Hey, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to work on an algorithm, steps. So the end result is going to be this here in the console. It's going to print out a staircase like with pound hashtags. So if we put in the number 4 in the function, it's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, 5, 6, and so on, and 8. So we're creating staircases here. That's our algorithm. So let's start out with in our Visual Studio Code, let's make an HTML page. Basic, just body and head. So we got a script here. So within our script, what we want to do is create that function. Okay, so function, let's call it steps, and it takes in one argument. Let's just put n as the placeholder. It takes in a number, and in our brackets now, what we're going to do is create a for loop. So let me just pull it up over here. Now feel free to pause and copy things if it goes too fast, because I'm just going to paste a couple things in. So here's our for loop. Let's get the curly braces. So let row equals 0. As long as row is less than n, which is the number, row will plus plus. Okay, so within that for loop, let's create a variable. Stairs equals an empty string. This is just where we're going to push our values in, just for kind of like a little bit of caching. So within our for loop then, let's see, yeah, within our for loop, right after that declaration of stairs, we're going to make another for loop called for columns, so col for short, and curly brackets. Remember, feel free to pause. So within every row, so remember, it's a nested for loop. So within every row, we're going to run another for loop that creates these columns, because in our end result, it's going to have 1 and then some empty spaces after. Okay, so let me pull this over for now. Okay, within our second nested for loop, well, first nested for loop, but within our second loop, we're going to create an if statement. So if, let's say if column is less than or equal to the current row that we're in, what we're going to do is let's stair, we're going to plus equal, because we're going to push something into it. So let's push that the hashtag within there. Call it pound, call it whatever you want. So then else, otherwise, so if our column is higher than the current row that we're in, we're going to let's stair. Let's just call that stair. So take away that s. So stair will plus equal. We're going to push something into it. Let's push an empty space. So give that space there one time and save that. So this is pretty much it, except for, to print it out into the console, we have to console.log something. But so we're looping through our first row. Every row will have another loop inside of it, and it's going to loop this here column. It's going to push either a pound in or an empty space, depending on if column is less than or equal to the current row. Okay, so we want to console.log, so let's go down 2 brackets, because we want to go outside of the first for loop, but we want to be inside. We want to still be inside the first for loop, but outside of the nested one. So console.log, and let's just put stair. Okay, save that. And let's do let's just copy steps. So just below the function, Control V, let's put like a number 5 in there. Save that, and let's pull up our console. Okay, so I'm going to Shift Alt and down, make a couple instances. Let's make this an 8, and let's make this one say a 3. I'm going to save that, and you see there's a bunch of instances happening here now. So let's give it a little bit of space between. So what we want to do is go outside of all our loops and console.log, and let's just put a little space in, save that, and there we got a space between every occurrence. So that's pretty much it for steps. It's a great algorithm. It's going to be on your coding test, so take notes. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.